Hello, welcome back to my channel. JudyYong here, and welcome for my new subscribers as well. Welcome back to my old subscribers. And so, like the title says, this is the word that the Lord gave me in a dream, and He told me that I could be able to share it with you guys. At first, I didn't know if I was supposed to share it, but later on, I asked him, and he said, "Yeah, it's not just for me, but it's for everybody who listens to this word." So, in my dream, I don't remember what else happened in my dream, but once I woke up, or before waking up, I heard the Lord clearly tell me, "Your love will fabricate unto others." Your love will fabricate unto others. And at first, I kind of knew what he meant. But then as I started to reread the phrase, especially the word fabricate, I was a little bit confused at first. And because fabricate usually means, or people use it usually as a negative way of saying something. It's usually mentioned like in the news or in movies, and so I guess to get a clear idea of what it means, I decided to look it up on the dictionary, of course. And fabricate means to create, to invent, to construct, to manufacture, and also to make up for the purpose of deception. And so so when I was trying to figure out what this phrase that he told me really meant, I was kind of confused, because you don't normally use that word to describe what love really means. But the Lord was kind of did reveal to me that maybe my love, or y'all's love, that those who are in a personal relationship with God, growing in a close relationship with Him and demonstrating His love, you will be able to show what true love is, and that will kind of replicate unto others. But society will not see it that way, because in society, love is being abusive, being toxic, being everything that's not really what God's love really truly is. And the devil's distorted what love really means, because the author of love is God. And so since the beginning, Satan has made up lies about who God really is, and has distorted people's views of who He is. And so once people believe in the distorted way of love, they don't know what true love really means, or sees, or that they can see, they emulate, or they show how they think love is, and it's usually the opposite of what God really meant for us to do. And so, because to the world, it will seem like your love, how you show love, how you show true love, love from God, will seem so far off or so different from what the world's definition of love is, because they've never seen it. They've only seen it maybe in movies or TV shows or whatever, mostly in movies, like Disney movies and stuff like that. Romantic movies that show us semi kind of what love means, but it doesn't come close to what God's love truly is. Like I was saying, he is the author of love. He is love. He is love itself. And so people will not believe your love, the love that you demonstrate to those around you, or to others, but they will think that you're fabricating it, that you're that it's not real, because they've never seen that before. But that shouldn't let us or stop us from actually loving how God has shown us or taught us how to do that. Once you grow closer to God, he teaches you, he not only demonstrates to you what true love is, but he shows you and teaches you how to love others the right way. And he's telling us here, and he's told me and to you guys, that your love will fabricate unto others, meaning your love will create more love in others, and in turn they'll learn what true love really is like, and change the way not only how they view love, but hopefully make them think and see and try to copy that love unto their spouses, their family, their friends, and society as well. And that's really the whole point of how God has been teaching us and a lot of people how to really love not only God, but to love others as ourselves. And to love ourselves, that's gonna be in a whole nother video talking about how to actually love ourselves as well, because it's tied together to how we treat others. How we love us will reflect in how we love others. If we don't love us, we can't love others. We can't pour into others what we don't have. And we have to not only pour into others, but pour into ourselves as well, to truly reflect that, and to truly reflect love authentically, not because you have to, but because you truly want to, because you have love for yourself. And it's different how you show love once you've learned how to truly love yourself. But I'll go more in detail about that in another video. So yeah, he has been processing a lot of you people, a lot of you guys, how to love God and how to truly love others. Because once we learn how to truly love God, we'll be able to truly love not only ourselves, like I mentioned, but to love others the right way. But it's a process. You're not gonna be perfect from from one day to another, right? It's a process. It's a continual process, continual refining of how you demonstrate love to others. And it might be hard sometimes for certain people, but you have to learn in practicing. And like I said, like, God has been trying to mold us, a lot of us, in how to be able to do that. Because as disciples of Christ, as his followers, we're supposed to be he is our example, and he loved others perfectly. I'm not saying we're gonna be as perfect or even perfect like he, because he's the only one that was perfect. He never sinned or anything. But he has set an example for us on how to be with others. And we have to continually not only learn how to do it, but continue to practice and practice every day. Every hour, every time we come across somebody, whether in person or whether online, wherever you communicate with somebody, we have to demonstrate God's love in that form, or in however which way we come across people, and show them what really what real love is. And that was why he told me to share this video with you guys. And I hope you were blessed by this message. Yeah, I know it really blessed me, because it reminds me of what our goal is in this life. And that's to love God and love others. And what best way to do that is, of course, to having a close relationship with him. And that will reflect unto others. And God's reminding you and me, of course, that our love will fabricate unto others, and it will stick kind of unto others. Yeah, so we have to be very, very careful of how we speak to others and to ourselves, and how we treat others. It can be hard if you're not used to it. But don't get discouraged if you fall. I've fallen so many times. I've made mistakes with certain people, and here and there, whether in person or online. But it's a process. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive those who hurt you, and of course apologize to those that you've hurt, whether in the past or in the present. If it's possible, we have to humble ourselves every day, and really try to demonstrate that love to others in that form. And sometimes we do have to humble ourselves and apologize when we need to. And hopefully this gives you courage to continue this process. It's I know it's very hard. It's very hard for me. I'm not perfect. I don't do this things perfectly, but I'm working every day on it. And the Lord is continuing to work in me, and I'm sure he's continuing to work in you. And as long as you continue to work on yourself, I know it'll and practice it every day, and remind yourself the things that you're kind of weak in. I know the Lord, if you humble yourself, you know, the Lord will help you, perfect yourself, perfect you, to the end, I know there's a verse on that. I forgot to look it up, but I'll put it in the description box below so you could check it out and read it on your own time. And yeah, I hope this message blessed you again, and hope to see you in my next video. Okay, bye.